Let's bring you guys a little closer. Okay.
Let me tell you about hurricanes. So I live in South Florida. Florida is a state in the southeast part of the United States. I live in the southeast part of Florida near Miami. Florida is very popular for a couple of reasons. The weather is rarely cold. It never snows here. The beaches are pretty nice. I've heard. I don't really like the beach. We have alligators, we have palm trees, and we have hurricanes. The United States has every major natural disaster. A natural disaster is an event that happens in nature that causes great damage. Some examples of natural disasters are hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, and wildfires. There are more. Here in Florida, the most common natural disasters seem to be hurricanes, tornadoes, and the occasional wildfires. Every year, Florida experiences at least a few hurricanes. A hurricane, also sometimes called a cyclone or a typhoon, is a massive, intense storm that circles over warm tropical waters. It generates or creates very strong winds and very heavy rain. Lots and lots of rain. Hurricanes can cause a lot of damage. The wind can sometimes be strong enough to rip the roofs off of houses or pull trees up out of the ground. The rain can cause massive flooding. Flooding is when there is a lot of water in places there shouldn't be a lot of water, like in the street or in your house. Hurricanes can also create tornadoes. Tornadoes are like hurricanes. They create a column of rapidly spinning air that can also cause a lot of damage. They are most often seen in the Midwestern part of the United States, but they can occur all over the world. So now that we have covered some vocabulary related to this topic, let me tell you about my experience with Hurricane Milton. Why do I call it Hurricane Milton? Well, multiple hurricanes can occur in the same area at the same time. To distinguish between them, forecasters, weather experts, give them names. At the beginning of hurricane season, names are generated or created in alphabetical order. Alphabetical means the first name starts with the letter A, the second name starts with the letter B, the third name starts with the letter C, etc., etc. Ooh, my leg is falling asleep. Each name alternates between male names and female names. So if the first name, starting with A, is a male name, the second name, starting with B, is a female name. Hurricane Milton was a Category 5 hurricane and the most powerful hurricane in the world in 2024. Milton went under Florida and turned east, hitting Florida's western side. This is how hurricanes function here. They start in the east, then head west, then turn east again. One afternoon in October 2024, I was teaching a class. During the class, I received a notification of a tornado warning. A tornado warning means you should find shelter. You should find a safe place immediately. The safest place during a tornado is a place where there are no windows and is not high up. My desk is next to a huge window and is on the second floor. So I had to stop my class, get my dog, get my cat. My husband was at work, and go into the bathroom downstairs. This bathroom is on the ground floor and has no windows. It is the safest place during a tornado. And I waited. The sky outside was dark. The trees were swaying in the wind. It wasn't raining, but it looked ready to rain. I waited. I had two sources of weather information going simultaneously. I had one YouTube weather channel on my TV, and I had another YouTube weather channel on my phone. And I kept looking between them. Each channel was focusing on my area, and they had the most accurate, up-to-date, meaning current information. And I kept waiting. I watched the sky. I watched the TV. I kept an eye on my cat and my dog. There were 46 confirmed tornado touchdowns in the state of Florida during Hurricane Milton. This is the most number of tornadoes in one day in the history of Florida. 9 tornadoes touched down in Palm Beach County, about a 45-minute drive north of me. One of them touched down in my county, about a 20-minute drive west of me. I was very, very stressed that afternoon. I texted my husband, telling him about the weather. He was at work at that time, and I knew he would come home soon. He didn't answer my texts. He was busy. So I called him. I told him, don't start driving. Don't leave work until the tornado warning is over. Being on the road driving is a very dangerous place to be during a tornado. He waited for the tornado warning to pass. Then he came home. We didn't experience any damage in my neighborhood from the tornadoes or from Hurricane Milton in general. We were very lucky. It was estimated that 32 people died in Florida because of this hurricane. I have lived in Florida since 2020. We have hurricanes every year, and every year my family is very lucky because the hurricanes don't hit this side of Florida, but these hurricanes cause devastation in other parts of Florida, in other parts of the US, and in other places like the Bahamas and surrounding islands, and places like Mexico. I am very lucky. I hope I never experience a true hurricane. Have you experienced a hurricane before? If you want to share, please tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye. Oh, my leg. This is my favorite cup because this is my favorite TV show, Golden Girls.